This is the sight reading program called Music Prodigy, and I'm going to show you what it looks like to create your account and to use it for the first time and give you some advice as you use it. You're going to need to create your own account. So I'm using a brand new account for Eric Locker, Mr. Locker. You type in your email address, you type it in again to make sure it's right, and then you're going to make a password. It just needs to be 6 characters. It doesn't have to be anything special. But after you make that password, you retype it in, and I would suggest you write it down somewhere, wherever you keep a list of your passwords. And then you click on Create an Account. Now it's going to ask you some questions. Click on Middle School Choir, your choir or voice. Now this next part's really important because you need to select whether you're a soprano or alto. Most all of you are soprano altos, including 6th graders. Some of you guys have a changing voice, like if you're an Esquire, and you need to select tenor or bass so that the program will read you down the octave. So here you are. It looks like there's some sort of a special announcement that's going to be closed, but over here you need to click on Add a Class or Enroll in a Class. Now I've got these codes in the email that I sent you, or the assignment, and you just have to find the code for your class. I think Esquire is something like 588 BMW. I'm just going to confirm that. Yep, okay, then I click Enroll, and it says, okay, now I'm a part of the class. So let's go ahead and just get started and see how it goes. I click on this, and I can do a practice right there. And click on piano, and it should pull up another screen. Now hopefully when you first do this, you're going to want to change the tempo, and you can't do that unless you turn off assessment mode and go to practice mode. And then you have to click on the BPM and slide that. I personally like to do about 80. Some people want it 70 or 60, but then you have to turn it back onto assessment mode. Otherwise it's not going to grade or give you any sort of like, here's how you did. Now when you hit play, it should give you a pitch and count off, and then you start singing. Now, right now, I'm not singing, or I guess maybe I am singing, but it's way too low. So it's going through, and you can see a little red marker that says your pitch is way below where it's at. It's done, it gives you a score. I didn't get any of the pitches, but I can try again. So this time I'll see if I can get closer to the pitch. Now it should give you a starting pitch, and if it doesn't, you're going to need to go into some settings on your computer to change that so you can hear the pitch and the computer can hear you through the mic. I'll show you that later on at the end of this tutorial. So I'm going to save my score, and it shows I've got 0%. But let's go ahead and do the first lesson. Lesson 4, day 1. Now once again, you're going to want to change the tempo. See where it says 120? That's pretty fast. It's going to da da ba ba da. That's pretty fast. So click on practice mode, click on 120 BPM, and slide that over to the left. So you're about 70, in the 70s somewhere. And you can adjust that tempo to fit your needs. And then click on OK. Now we're ready. Now the first pitch in these exercises always start on Do. It'll give you the starting pitch, and that is Do. So the first measure will be Do, Re, Do, Re. All right. So when you're ready, hit play. Now it actually gave me a pitch, but the way I've got this set up, you can't hear it. So I'm actually singing this in, but you can't hear me. And you can see I'm doing pretty well, but I missed that pitch there in red. But I've got everything else, and I'm done. Notice that rest. I got 94%. That's an A. I'm going to save that. That's pretty good. If you're shooting in the 85%, 80 to 90%, you're probably doing pretty good with this program. You can actually listen to yourself again by pressing here, or you can take a look at a report. This is what I can see It's when you did it, your percentage. I can see what notes you got, what pitches you missed. I can play what you did, and that's one way to do that. If you're not satisfied with that score, you can go back and do another one. Now I think something funny happened. It didn't load. So you just click on, I think you're going to click on the X in the top right hand corner, and you just try loading it up again. So I want to change that tempo, take it off assessment mode to practice mode, change my speed somewhere in the 80s, and then make sure you go back up and click back to assessment mode so that it actually will record your response, your singing. And let's see how I do. Now again, you can't hear me sing, but I'm actually doing this real time, and you still miss that same pitch. And the program can be somewhat picky, so if you miss it, you can go back, but man, if you get a 94, you're doing really well. I save that. It should show that I've now done the test twice. Yep, I did it at 4:46 and 4:47. And there's all these lessons you can do. You know, if you did 1 or 2 a day, or 1 or 2 maybe twice a week, you're doing fine. Now, here's where you go in the upper left corner to, like, Mr. Cummings, I can't hear, or my mic is not working. The creator of this program has some YouTube links that says, oh, here's how you do that. They're about 40 seconds long. There's another one up here that has how to set up your laptop, you know, so you're getting sound or you're getting input. And I think there's another one. I think it recommends you use earbuds, but I've just been using my computer and it's worked out okay. But there are at least 3 little short, 1-minute tutorials about how to set up your sound in your video. So that's pretty much it. I think you'll be good to go. And if you have any questions, then contact me through Google Classroom.